versus selling. So I'm big energetically on things. I read energy. Energy is super easy for me to see and to feel. And if you're an empath, it's that way for you too. And if you're an empath, you don't like to sell stuff. You don't like to sell yourself. You don't like to sell what you do. You don't like to sell a service or a product, or going in and meeting new friends or dating or something, and you have to sell who you are, right? We don't like that. It's a very strange thing. Empaths are set up to be doing things for other people and to be giving. So for us, the idea of selling doesn't really work very well. So when you connect with your purpose and what that is, you want to express your purpose all the time so that people who might be served by it, hey Donna, thanks for being here, people who might be served by it can find it and connect to you. All right. So if you are always expressing how you serve, hey, Melissa, then you are going to make wonderful connections and have opportunities to serve and help more people with whatever your purpose is. So let's break this down and talk about how to do this with a service, with a product, or with just yourself, meeting new people, or in a job interview, or in any of those situations. I feel like when you become an adult and you start meeting new people and new friends, it's almost like dating them, right? It's awkward, super awkward, right? So, okay, so let's talk about how to do this. So let's take the example that I kind of gave you today with service. So when I am, and let me also say that I have taken every sales class ever. Hey, Ange, every single one on how to sell and how to market and how to blah, 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 blah. I feel like every single one that's ever existed, I've taken. So I come at you saying, I know how to do all of that stuff, and I hate most all of it. And I take the concepts from the real geniuses that really know how to do this, and I make them work for empaths. I make them work for people who are more driven by the idea of helping and serving more people than are, hey Angela, than are at, let me make my first million. I want you to all make bajillions, million bajillions. I want you to have $1 billion in the bank. I want that. I want it for myself, and I want it for you. But the thing that drives me and gets me up in the morning and gets me going isn't that. It's about really being able to serve in a way that feels successful to me, okay? And that really comes more from a place of how I'm feeling. So if I'm feeling like there's abundance in my life, perfect. I don't really care about the dollar sign attached to that. If I'm feeling like I have a good balance between work and home, yes. Okay. If I'm feeling like I'm connecting with the people that I'm here to serve and able to do that to the best of my abilities, to my fullest capacity, then yay. Okay. Success. That's what success means to me. Okay. So I want you to all have ridiculous amounts of abundance knocking you over. This will come with this. I will put a little guarantee stamp on that. Okay. Hey, Chrissy. But what I want you to really be focusing on and knowing is that as you're expressing who you are and serving and focusing on connecting with your people, hey Christina, then this abundance is going to just come to you. You don't have to put so much effort into grabbing it. You just have to show up authentically and show up in a way that you're ready to serve. Make sense? Hey Jamie. Okay. So when you are, let's say that you have some kind of service, okay, so that you offer. I'll use myself as an example. I have products too, and I sell products and all that kinds of stuff, but let's take the service example. So if I said to you, I met you and I shook your hand and you said, oh, what do you do? And I said, oh, I'm a spiritual strategist, and I sit down and I do hour-long sessions with people. I do free stuff in some Facebook groups, free challenges and stuff, and I pull cards, and I have some coaching programs, and I help people with their business and their life. Boring. That's who cares? Cool. Good for you. That's nice. Okay. That is coming from a sales place. These are the things that I have that you can invest in, whether it's time or money or both. Okay. So that's how you speak in that way, right? But if I spoke instead and I told you how I served people without listing the things that I offer, that's how you express how you serve. That's how you lead in that way. So if instead I say, someone's like, oh, what do you do? I'm like, oh, have you ever felt just stuck in your life? Like you were meant for more, like you were ready for that next level or that next thing. And you were just ready to bring that next thing in your life, where you knew mediocre wasn't enough for you and you were just ready for bigger and better, like money, success, happiness, love, all that. You've been standing stuck and you just need to feel like you're back in the driver's seat. Do you know that feeling? And they're like, yeah. And then I say, that's what I help people do. I unstick them. I put them back in the driver's seat of their life, so they feel like they're divinely designing their life and they're going after and getting the things that they want. I unstick them and I put them in the driver's seat. That's what I do. I never listed an offering. I never mentioned my website. I didn't even say the name of my business or my business title that I have. I didn't say any of that shit, right? I just said, bip-a-dip-a-dip-a-dip-a-dip. I told you how I serve people. Do you hear the difference? If I said to you, if you said, oh, what do you do? I'm like, oh, I do hour-long spiritual strategy sessions, and this is the price, and this is how you sign up. Then now I'm selling because I'm asking you to do something. I'm saying, if you'd like to do it, let me know. What do you think? Would you like to? Would you like to? I'm asking you to give to me to sign up for that service. But if I'm saying to you, this is how I serve, and I give you that explanation I just gave you, hey, Cheryl, glad that you're here, then you're going to hear that, and now you're going to ask me a question, okay? So now you're starting to come to me because I have just given you how I serve. So this is what happens after I say that. People are like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. How can you help me do? I feel that way. How can you help me do that? What ways do you have? And then I tell them, oh, well, I have lots of ways. Like, what are you looking for? And I ask them a few questions, and then I direct them to something that they can do. Free if they want, a small charge if they want, and up all the way to that, wherever you want to fall. Any of these things serve you, go right ahead, come seek them out. But now they're asking me because I'm giving. I'm saying, this is how I serve. I'm giving you this. Does that make sense? When you go in with a sales pitch, let's use a product as an example. Let's say that you work, like a lot of you I know are working MLMs. You're doing the multi-level marketing thing. Awesome. I love MLMs. I think that's great. Keep going. And you're out there and you have a product that you're selling. If you just walk in somewhere and someone's like, oh, what do you do? And you're like, oh, I sell this energy drink, or I sell this oil, or I sell this makeup product. You're talking in terms of sales. So now what somebody has to do is sort of kind of go, okay, do I want this? They start to get into like a defensive place, right? Like, oh my gosh, do I have to pay this person money now? I'm going to feel guilty if I don't buy the thing that they're selling me, blah. And you put them in a defensive place energetically. You're going to watch them lean away from you when you're talking. They're going to start giving you excuses as to why they can't buy the thing before you've even said anything. And you're like, dude, it's fine. I was just answering your question. Right? But if instead you told them how you serve with that, okay? So let's say with essential oils, let's just use that for an example. Let's say that's what you do. If you showed up and someone says, oh, what do you do? What are you doing? You know, what's your thing here? And you're like, oh, I love to help people just take all of those chemicals in their life and start to weed them out. And I like to help that be an easier process for them because that can be overwhelming. So especially those busy moms, I like to take them and really help them step by step go into using more natural stuff. Okay, I haven't mentioned your product yet. Let's say you sell a makeup product and someone says, what do you do? Like, I really like to help women feel confident in their own skin and feel like they can shine bright and do it with eco-friendly conscious in an eco-friendly conscious way, like to especially people who that's important to them, because I also like to help, the earth in that way. Now someone's going to say, oh, how do you do that? And now you're going to present the product. Now you're serving. All right, let's say you're just doing this in a way to meet new friends. Let's say you're just trying to like put yourself into new circles. If you show up and you're like, hi, I'm Heather, and I'm here to make 5 new friends. It's on my vision board that I'm gonna make 5 new friends, and I'm here to make 5 new friends. I'm looking around. I live here. I do this for a job, and my hobbies are long walks on the beach and eating. The eating one's true. It's a hobby of mine. Let's say that's what you say. People are going to be sort of like, okay, you haven't caused an opportunity for connection by presenting yourself in that way. But if you walk in and you're like, hey, I'm Heather, and I really wanted to put myself out there and try to meet some new people. And I feel super weird about it, but I'm here, and I'd love to connect with some of you, and I'd love to hear your stories. And I'm super, super good at helping people get like unstuck. So if you need any advice or clarity on what you're doing, I'm a good person for that. Next. Now people are going to be like, wait, how do you do those things? Oh, wait, I want to learn more. I feel uncomfortable too. Now you've got a connection. Makes sense? If you're dating, lead with like how you're feeling and how you serve, right? Like that's, in any of those situations, this works. And you never have to feel like you're grossly selling. I don't sell anything. I never have. I just say, this is this thing that I have. If it would serve you, if this connects with you, if you feel like this awesome thing would serve you, then here's how to do it. And people seek me out for what I have. Makes sense? That's how you want to set things up. So people are saying to you, what do you have? Because if you present giving instead of asking, right? That's I need something from you. I need you to buy this. That's saying, can you give me something? And people are less willing to give you something because you're asking, can you give me something? And you're not giving them anything. But if you say, oh, this is how I serve, this is how I give to the world, people are much more likely to want to give back to you with money or referrals or time or any of that stuff. I hope that makes sense. All right, let me pop into some of your comments. Also would love to know how you're doing with looking for your purpose word, with the work this week, with all of the stuff. If you have questions, ask away, please. I am starting to lose my voice. It happens every time I do a challenge.